How terrible my life is now, I understand. Every life is precious now, judgment's at hand. A sincerely wonderful good morning from everyone, and welcome to today's stream. My name is Decaf Nvidia. I just refilled my water with ice, on top of the water I already filled it with, and I am a hobby voice actor and singer, as well as someone whose pronouns are he, they. That's the. Hang on. I think you tried to do the apple juice command. Right. You know, Hanabi, those commands were there because I wasn't an affiliate yet. Um, but I guess I'll do both. That's fine. While just abusing their powers. Well, yeah, they are still there because of the fact that like I want people to be able to like still do that, but I only have it for mods to activate. You know, uh, because mods get the opportunity to like remind me to take care of myself. This is very important. Hmm? What is glowing? Oh, final replay. Okay, that's fine. All right, all right. Anecdotes. This is not what you are looking for. It is a wonder what you are, but I will see this through to the end. Okay, let me just get some, what do you call this, baseline here from Sommelweiss.
Oh, welcome. You appear to have come in a hurry, so there must be an emergency. Am I right?
Oh, welcome. You appear to have come here in a hurry, so there must be some emergency. Am I right? Hmm.
I enjoy the distance that exists between us. Your infrequent visits grant me more freedom to enjoy my own time, especially enclosed in this suitcase. Oh,
Oh, welcome.
welcome.
Oh,
Statistically, practicing one's arcane skills in the morning is more effective than at noon. Of course, the morning light isn't so pleasant for me, but one can get used to unpleasant things if one makes it their habit. I admit, I'm glad to find you seldom invite others to share breakfast here. Personally, I find myself more comfortable drinking blood when you and I are alone. Oh, do relax. I prepared a salad today. No blood bags involved.
Okay, there. I think that was his baseline. I keep saying back to Russian accent, but I'll try my best to like stick it to German. I think that's German. Might be Romanian. I'm not quite clear. But the th becomes z, and there's a like cottony thing that she's doing with her mouth. Welcome back, Louisa. Just in time to join us for Semmelweis' side story here. The third circumstance. Part 1. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. What she will be the day after tomorrow, even she doesn't know. Semmelweis' white hair is so gorgeous. Indeed, indeed. The choice for Semmelweis each morning is, in itself, rather simple. To awaken, or not. Oh, yes. If you would like to see the side story for yourself, feel free to lurk. That's fine. But I'm doing this from the beginning. So you're not missing anything if you choose to stay. And if she does choose to get up, the first thought in her mind will describe just what kind of awakening today will bring. There are three such awakenings for her. The first and best is one that launches her rapidly into action. A thought, sometimes brought up from her dreams, that reveals an unconsidered path or a fresh view of an older task. If she's lucky, she might uncover a new clue, like find the missing piece to a long forgotten puzzle. The second is decidedly less pleasant. It calms the gripping anxiety that goes hard in her chest, reminding her in dramatic fashion that she is still alive whether she likes it or not. As for the third,
Hey!
Captain, you're finally awake. Apparently, you have been sleeping for nearly 14 hours. Semmelweis sits up on the bed, her nightmares fading like distant echoes absorbed in the sterile walls around her. Emil stands, cradling a brown paper bag in his left arm. Its contents, nearly spilling out, show themselves to be otherwise unremarkable groceries. Each step he takes is accompanied by the clinking of bottles.
Looks like.
Are you about to throw a party here?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. I advise you to reconsider.
But,
Go ahead, ask me to leave. But you know I'm not that easy to get rid of.
so...
Laplace isn't exactly just around the block. I thought I'd bring as many supplies as I could.
And?
You are recovering quite well, Captain. Seems like you've managed to pass the final test. They haven't labeled you a dangerous patient, so you should be in the clear now that you passed the rejection phase of your transformation.
Nothing interesting.
It is only just begun. I've been battling headaches and drifting in and out of consciousness. When I wake, a fishbowl face permits me only to stare up at the ceiling. Ulrich.
Hmm?
The fishbowl face? The individual responsible for my health. I have as yet detected the urge to ask if that helmet makes her neck crooked. Oh no, Mesmer Jr.
Because?
If you want to survive, you're going to have to listen to the doctor's orders, Captain. No two ways about it. The Foundation needs you.
Of course.
Of course. I know that. Besides, these present restrictions have made me appreciate the joys of life all the more. Sommelweiss grabs a bottle of water from Emil's bag and takes a long, gulping drink from it, catching Emil looking out over at her with a raised eyebrow. You have some thoughts on my appearance?
No.
Oh, no, not at all, but how can I put it? It's like seeing glimpses of the old you beneath a more savage exterior.
I'm not sure that.
I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw you smile. It has never been my habit to smile without reason.
No.
No, but this is different. You are still you, but there's something completely different on it too. It's a little strange, is all.
That's all.
I think perhaps you are just misremembering the old me. Emil shakes his head, hiding the curve from an expectant grin.
Here's the case.
You know, they reassigned me after the storm. I'm a logistics driver now. A driver?
I see.
Yeah, I got the feeling they didn't think so highly of my work at the Foundation. So, I made a few mistakes, forgot to adjust my comms in a mission or two, and maybe announce our position on a public channel. Nothing major.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I should just stick to what I know best. Working on case with you, Captain.
That's surprising.
I saw you didn't care for what to make you the spy. It doesn't matter. It is what I'm good at. That and driving. Oh, by the way, my driving assessment is next week. I've been cramming all the names and routes I can't
Maybe-
forget. Maybe all that recognize why the Foundation called me back after the storm. I could turn to doing what I'm good at, playing the game.
Hmm.
You mean, like sneaking in past visiting hours to visit a high-profile patient? It is not sneaking. I gave a heads up to the Plus staff we should ride with me.
Here's the case.
Besides, why would the Foundation even care about the movements of a logistics driver? All I do is chauffeur our staff around, besides a few odd occasions where I'm called to cooperate. Sure, I don't always follow the rules, but I haven't delivered results, especially with driving. If you keep being as clueless as you are now, whatever happens next will be on you, Emil.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Captain. Duly
At
noted.
least...
Anyway, I learned a lot under your command in the past, and I'm still committed to doing my job well. Especially when it comes to your health, Captain.
So...
Anyway, I see it's time for your checkup. Remember to follow doctor's advice and eat healthy. I make no promises. I cannot stand the very idea of health foods. They go against my dietary beliefs. I agree. Eat when you can, eat what you can. That's not allergic, is it? That is? Semmelweis runs punctually as usual. Fishbowl face, fidgets with her headgear she speaks, a tinge of worry perhaps. She speaks hauntingly, bouncing over each word. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
No. This is actually just a random NPC. Or at least, one whose name we don't know yet. Did you sleep well last night? No. The screams returned, and in my nightmares, I was killing people.
But
But, for now, the monster is still hiding under the beds. It could be much worse.
Here is the case.
The days ahead will be tougher. Each new episode will begin soon after the last one
What
ends.
if?
Firstly, you should take your blood supplements on time. While they aren't a replacement for real blood, they are nothing like bloods. If you will pardon me, doctor, I would prefer to spare my stomach. You've been abstaining from blood for 48 days now. Yes, life is ever a mix of hardships and misfortunes, isn't it? Will I be permitted to leave soon?
Calm down.
The timekeeper has already signed your discharge papers. Someone will be in touch with you soon.
But
However, your photosensitivity has gotten markedly worse. You should be careful to avoid any exposure to sunlight at all. And about the burns, we can't let that happen again. Hear my instructions? Semmelweis raised her hand to brush her thick, long hair aside, covering the scars on her neck. Yes, of course.
wait,
Also, remember the clean jackets I gave you. If you continue to abstain, it will make your days easier.
listen.
Best case scenario is it'll satisfy your thirst for a while. However, in the worst case, it might make the beast more eager for power and control. And is there any way to get rid of Tylus's vampirism? Here we go again. It's the same old thing from every patient. You can't stand the smallest amount of uncertainty. The diagnosis must be definitive. The condition has to be curable.
Here is the case.
Sometimes, there is no easy answer, and nothing to do with the complexity of the cause or the limitations of our profession. We may never be able to determine a permanent solution to your condition. There simply might not be one.
But
But we're still trying. We've made efforts to find solutions with all technology available to us.
what if?
If there were to be a way to make your blood repair itself, theoretically, you could function without having to siphon your human blood.
Maybe.
The greatest discoveries in human history have often come as accidents. It could be that your solution is just a
Morte
diagnosis.
underscore Hugh subscribed to your
Alright.
channel for 2 months.
Thank you so much, Morty. I appreciate it. And you now have a 2-month badge. Which is a little pitcher of water. Her room is strange now, absent both visitors and voices, and bathed in sterile cold light. She returns to the memory of her first arrival, how she felt she had stepped into a maze of mirrors by mistake. Indeed, 2 months. Thank you so much. You now have access to the emotes and everything. I'm glad that you are financially stable enough to subscribe, but I hope you're taking care of yourself and everything. Oh, right, I have to get lunch for myself. Right. After this chapter, I'll take a short break, and then in my next break, I'll order something to eat. Only now, when she looks into those mirrors, there is no reflection there to meet her, only cascading emptiness, like she isn't there at all. In some way, it makes her more self-conscious than ever before, as though she were projected into every piece of space of the mirror instead. It makes her feel unclean. The underlying principle behind it is unclear, but it feels as though it was something gnawing at her from outside, covering head to toe, a second skin she longs to rub off. It hasn't been very long since the first sentence appeared, an instinctive thirst, followed by a surge of impulses. They have grown. Now she instead walked as a new face, not suppressing the urge inside her. She felt them even when she awoke this very morning, looking at a meal, his earnestness only adding to her exhaustion. She will not be able to keep another drop of that bog water down. She thirsts for blood, fresh and flowing. Did I escape transformation only to face a lifetime hidden in the shadows? Or will I die of thirst before all else? Her insistence on obscene from blood begins to feel all the more nonsensical. Perhaps, she reasons, it is only that she does not want the scrutiny, suspicion that would come with it. Her reasons are never a matter of principle. She's a woman of practicality. If she has any principle at all, it is this. When she says something, she means it. No wavering alterations, and no compromise. It is always something, isn't it? She folds a health support into her pocket, where a communicator has begun to vibrate. Is this Semmelweis?
My friend.
Hello, Miss Semmelweis? We understand you've received your discharge notice. Is that correct? Correct. May I ask when I'll officially begin my work? My work?
I'm not sure that.
Actually, that is why I'm calling. Before I get the details, I need to confirm with you about your rest days. Yes, those are the emails made by Brie. Okay, perfect timing. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break here before we get into part two. I need to use the bathroom and order a bit of lunch for myself. I'm thinking of splurging on a burger, but let's see. So I'll run the ad as well while I'm gone. See you soon, folks. Throw you in the lake. Part 2, The Newcomer. A passerby lacking poetry, along with her sunglasses, caught in the noonday sun. Hmm. Come on in. Come on, Regan. The sun has quickly followed the rain, causing humid vapor to rise up over the puddles on the road. The paper reads March 31st and reports in bold print that Vienna's tourism industry at its first peak. Another article boasts of Jeanette, the renowned dessert chocolate sugar art master, who would soon debut her new creation at the Easter celebration. The column on page 3 announces that the investigation into the missing egg artist is still ongoing. 3 egg artists vanish. An artistic exodus of a mysterious kidnapper on the loose? Another sensationalist headline. It is Sunday, but the shops have been open for the Easter holiday. Festive songs fill the bustling road. Thank you, Louisa. Coming back to Vienna feels in some ways like watching a rerun television. The same places, same roads, same blinding sunlight, and nearly the same people. It seems the city has not lost much in being washed by the storm. For her, the sunlight is too real. It pierces through her cheap sunglasses, intensifying what has been a dull headache. It is quiet here. Is everyone on holiday?
Here is the case.
It's always like this for Easter.
But
Thankfully, things are usually quiet this time of year, but it doesn't mean citizens aren't exposed to danger, especially when it comes to our field agents and cases involving arcane events.
that's right.
That's right. It's big news. You see the headlines in newspapers.
That's weird.
There have been several disappearances over the past month, involving Vienna's 3 most famous Easter egg artists, Elena Hall, Martina Keim, and Nora Ostern. They vanished in their studios without a trace of forensic evidence left behind. No fingerprints, no footprints, not even a single hair. They were all key members of the local artist guild. However, testimonies from other guild members revealed their relationships to one another had become somewhat rocky. The papers have been speculating that their disappearances might involve some kind of personal conflict.
That's strange.
Missing artists, rocky relationships, all vanished without a trace. It makes sense why the newspapers are so eager, but why should it involve us?
Here is the case.
The investigators found a grayish-black powder at the scene, doesn't restrict from the region. Our analysis confirmed as a byproduct of burning mycelium. Yes, I read about it in the Amber Manual. Commonly used to make paints, but if burned, produce a hallucinogenic dust, to be handled according to arcanum procedures. Under normal circumstances, this material wouldn't circulate in human society, yet here it is in Vienna. It clearly has a link to the disappearances. I'm prepared to take on this task, but given that the case involves unknown arcanists and possibly beyonds, not to mention hazardous materials, I request a turn of my...
No.
I'm sorry, Miss Sommelweiss. We won't be able to provide you with your regular equipment for this investigation. And why is that?
The quartermaster is on vacation.
So,
If you should run an Arcanist or precisely the Beyonds, try to avoid any direct confrontations and contact the Foundation right away.
hi.
Fine. This won't be a challenge. Excuse me, miss? Would you like to buy a poem? Excuse me, miss? Would you like to buy a poem? I know it isn't much, but I need money to find a place to stay for the night.
A disheveled woman is approaching her with hobbled steps, her voice weak and low. Their eyes meet, as if you could see straight through Semmelweis' shaded lenses.
Sorry, I don't think I can help you. Please, miss, have some sympathy. Have you ever had to sleep on the
I
street,
must say,
cold and terrified in some dark corner? I have, yes. But suppose I did spare you some change. What would you do with it? I need medicine. What for? Burns, miss.
The woman lifts a strand of hair, and Semmelweis pauses middle fingers to the horrific burn scars formed on her eyes. The sight elicited some unusual sense of sympathy from her. She passed the woman a not insubstantial bill from her bag.
Thank you. Happy Easter, and enjoy the game. Enjoy the game?
Hmm?
Ah, I suppose you don't know then. Never mind, miss. It's only to stay here during the holiday.
The woman leaves, and Semmelweis looks down at the poem she has offered her.
Fearless souls, veiled to needle shot, dancing with fire, yet untouched by its spark. If it's a beam of light, let shadows depart. Time touches on as we bridge the space apart. What could this mean? It's obviously nonsense. I'll use this trifle. I suppose use that line on everyone.
Semmelweis doesn't like walking the ring road anymore. It's more for vehicles now than pedestrians. She prefers the canastras instead, though chiefly because the shade from its buildings cover most of the sidewalk. On the street, reporters in festive attire are broadcasting live, hyping up tomorrow's Easter egg parade. The Easter egg hunt is in full swing, with each and every egg specifically handcrafted by the Artist Guild.
Citizens discover the eggs can open them alongside the finds of treasure eggs during our city-wide festival.
A small cluster of people gathers on a shooting gallery as a man concentrates intensely, aiming his dart gun. The dart flies out and Semmelweis watches the prize jiggles and drops.
I got it! Did you see that?
Great.
Huh? I did! Great shot, darling!
Hey, miss, get to play a few rounds. She shakes her head dismissively, her sense of deja vu intensifying with each step. Looking herself beneath the wide, shaded awning of a restaurant, she moves her sunglasses to watch for a moment as people in traffic drift past her. Nearby, the joyful laughter of children running and playing fills the air. Quite suddenly, one of the boys falls on the sidewalk, and an Easter egg rolls from his head towards her.
Ugh! Ouch!
Only a moment passes before the scent of the child's blood reaches her. It awakens that familiar craving, welling like a deep desire in her chest. It's not been the first time since her transformation, but this time the craving is much stronger and hard to control. She is desperately thirsty for blood. Semmelweis walks towards the child, reaching out her hand, but the child suddenly puffs his cheeks and spits blood. The blood spatters on her face. All goes dark.
What?
She's engulfed in red black, her heartbeat pounding violently, frantically, up through her neck. She stares into the child's wide eyes, his mouth open, contorting with pain and fear. A hand, her own, is touching his neck. There's blood now. It pours out from the wound along his throat, the wound she made. He screams, but no sound escapes from her gurgling throat. Yet somehow she hears it, reverberating in her ears and up from her throat like it were coming from her own body.
No! Stop! Help!
Hmm?
I can sense your excitement. All that blood really gets you going, doesn't it?
Help me!
Mom, help me! Help! Shut up. How much longer can you hold out? Your hunger cannot go unsated forever. And that is why you are so magnificent. Because just like me, you can't resist. Shut up! She snaps, as if addressing someone else. There is something wet and sticky pouring over her hands. Blood. His blood. The boy seems to melt in her hands, transform to red ooze that drips and falls to the ground. Did I do this? Suddenly nauseous, she watches his face form around the blood surface. The face then morphs to Vantina's, then Bella's. The child, Vantina, Bella, all in a cycle, their face growing more twisted and deformed, like eerie masks mocking her. The blood creeps onto her feet, flying up to her knees from the depths. A low growl beckons her to join. They gnash their teeth, gnawing at her skin, clawing at her legs, roaring and howling, until her knees buckle beneath her. No! You need blood. A little taste. Then it won't bother you anymore. We'll lie at your feet like faithful hounds.
No!
No! No! The child's face appears again, and Sommelweiss reaches out impatiently towards it, eager to tear it apart, but she grabs nothing. That moment, her vision blurs away entirely. She strains her eyes, but nothing returns to her. Her world becomes a blur of red panic, her own screams echoing in her ears.
No.
No! No! A sharp ringing fills her ears, drowning out her own voice. The red before her eyes turns white, and soon all sound and image fades. Her vision clears, and she sees her hand. It is gripping the child's shoulder tightly. She swallows hard. Oh my god!
Hmm?
You okay, miss?
Oh, never
Yes.
mind.
I'm fine. Can you stand up by yourself?
Thank you.
I think so. Hi, Nagisa. Welcome back. Good to see you again. We're just playing through Sommelweiss's side story here. So far, so horrifying. But you know, what else can you expect from vampires? The child again gets up, runs over to spawn Easter egg. It's entirely black, a color she has never seen before on an Easter egg. Where did you find this egg?
Here's the case.
Oh, you're not from Vienna, are you? This is the best part of the whole festival.
No.
Right now, there are Easter eggs hidden all over the city. Everyone is out hunting for them. Even tryharding or you're level 18 you got Voyager? Congratulations! Good job, Nagisa. But I don't feel pressured to like really throw yourself into it. Take your time, take your time. Make sure to take lots of breaks and hydrate, okay? I'm glad you're having fun with the game though. And that you're enjoying it. The vampire lady's hot? Sure, Louisa. Is Sommelweiss good? She's good, and she's also free! Sommelweiss is entirely free for anyone who's logged in during this patch. Don't worry, you're going to enjoy it. Wonderful, wonderful.
Look at this.
This is just one of the eggs I found. My goal is to find treasure egg. They say whoever finds it will receive the Apostle's Blessing. Apostle's Blessing? What is that?
Mm-hmm.
I guess some kind of special surprise prepared by the egg makers.
You are...
My mama says they're god messengers, like angels, and anyone could be one. Are you an angel,
I'm
miss?
sorry.
Sorry, I am no angel. Since you've already found such a unique egg, you must know where the treasure egg is hidden, don't you? I can't tell you that. You've got to find for yourself, miss. Okay, so that was a hallucination brought on by the Beyond disease, or the infected disease. No, it is a Beyond disease, yes. So, it's a secret. The biggest secret of the whole festival. I can only tell you the most important clue. The clues to your egg are hidden on each egg.
Sommelweiss pats Shell on the shoulder as she stands, noticing how the she is looking over a storm drain. Besides blood, what else can quench your thirst? Water. If only temporarily. Any water will do. Rainwater, river water, perhaps even this water. She's good with Lilia, yeah. Tooth Fairy is. Because Lilia does a lot of critical attacks, and does extra actions for critical attack. So having Tooth Fairy lower the critical defense of the enemy is very useful. Though you have to be aware, it's only for one turn. It's so fun because all my pulls are almost all supports. Well, not the worst thing, Morty. Um, we just need to get more main DPS from like Blue 50. I got Lilia too, but I'm not sure if I should build her. If you have Windsong or Regulus, I would say you don't need to build Lilia. That's like my personal preference. Lilia is good if you build her, but you have to know that she's more for fighting single enemies than she is for like a mass of them. And Regulus is better for mass of enemies, while Windsong is better for singular enemies. The only DPS far I have are Lilia and Sommelweiss. Ah, I see, I see. You like her a lot? And she has follow-up attacks. Yeah, she does, she does. Pair her up with 37 if you have her. I don't have Regulus or Windsong. Okay, then yeah, build Lilia. She'll be good for your star team.
Wait,
Wait, miss! Take this.
Why?
Why?
I see.
Well, I guess you look like you need it. You seem a bit tired, miss. I thought
It's
you were going to
nothing.
go out. Oh, hang on, let me try to read again. Well, I guess you look like you need it. You seem a bit tired, miss. I thought you were going to fall over. Anyway, it's yours now. I'll find another one soon, so giving you this one is no big deal. Aww. Children can be very cruel, but they can be very kind as well. You love Lilia's design? Yeah, Lilia has a great design. With the medals and the her broom astride her, and the nice like wavy hairstyle. Very fun character to look at. Indeed, you can definitely use her with Tooth Fairy and 6. And especially if you have 37 as well, she does really well with 37. So 37 makes up for Lilia's like um, single target attacks by doing mass attacks, as long as Lilia keeps doing single target attacks. The extra actions is how it triggers 37's abilities. Anyway, it's yours now. I'll find another one soon, so giving you this one is no big deal. Are you sure? I should warn you, you might miss out on this treasure egg because of this, and the stranger you're being so generous to could be a devil in disguise. Really? We'll
Goodbye.
see. Goodbye. Enjoy the game. Yes, you can. I would recommend um, critical rate Psycubes, but Blasphemer of the Night is also good on her, for sure. Sommelweiss watches the child run back to the crowd, feeling the curious gaze of her many onlookers. She puts on a polite smile, attempting to disarm their looks of concern, before donning her sunglasses once more and making a quick exit. Dreadful. Bloody dreadful. Why am I hiding again? She stifles a faint whimper from her throat. How had the monster within turned her to this? How had just touching that child triggered those murderous hallucinations? Thinking about what she was capable of, a child's life fading away in her hands, in such vivid and grotesque detail, she can't help but shiver. She has realized now, it's not the beast to be tamed, it is caged, and eventually it will tear out from inside of her. And when it does, it will claim all that's left of her rational mind. Damned all because of this blood ban she imposed on herself, limiting both pleasure and pain, holding her back from true freedom. If she is damned either way, to hell with this blood ban. Semmelweis looks up to the sky. Birds are flying across the blue canvas above. Spring's the time for a new life and the time to hunt.
Do it quick.
Time to move. Nora East her studio. The situation in Elena and Martina's houses are each match the reports on the police blah 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 blah. We're trying again. The situation in Elena and Martina's houses each match the report from the police investigation, and there aren't any new clues. I will have to hope that Nora Ostrin's place will have something. Sommelweiss steps gently under this checkered tape as he reaches the other side and begins the investigation. The grey-black wall seems to absorb every hint of color. Graffiti is scrawled across them with a single repeating word, Easter. As she sweeps her eyes over the scene, what stands out most the oppressive atmosphere in the house, its windows tightly sealed and curtains drawn, enveloping it in near total darkness. A house like this, it seems unusual for kidnapping. Too dark, too inaccessible. It had to be targeted, rather than random. She draws back the curtains, letting moonlight spill into the room. She immediately takes notice of the crack in the window and follows its trail as a circular gap. Was this method the method of entry? No, it can't be. There is no way the window open here, and the crack is old and worn. This was made before the kidnapping. Why was it left without repair? Nora Ostrin's workbench casts moonlit shadows on the carpet. Papers are scattered haphazardly across her tools. The front panel of the drawer appears to have been burst open, with a letter opener left sticking in the lock. This was forced open. These files and it came from inside. An orphanage, Vienna University, and various shops in the Gatineaus, on the Strasse. There's a client orders. He is slipping through and finds a group photo of the Artists Guild under the last file. In the center of the photo is Nora, Elena, and Martina, standing on either side, hands resting on her shoulders. Nora's trying hard to appear happy in the photo, but there's something in her smile that seems forced. This photo was taken a month ago. They must have already been working on designs by then. She puts the photo back and continues her inspection. Under the workbench and the carpet, she finds a scattered egg. Picking up a piece of the shard, she holds it at the moonlight. Black, much like the one the child came before. Then this is not an
What
awesome
on
design.
earth is she trying to do?
But why would she make black eggs? They have special meaning? Huh? Wait, the color here seems off. Under the moonlight, she can see through the thin shell of the shard, except for some speckled spots that don't reflect any light. She touches the spot with her thumb, and slightly damp with a pungent, tantalizing scent. Blood. Quite fresh too, but to whom does it belong? The shard cracks until under her finger's pressure, its surface bursting apart. There's another scent now. The smell! It's burning! She flicks out the fragments, steadying herself against the edge of the table. Her facial muscles spasm out of control, and from her contorted mouth she begins to laugh, but her eyes betrayed no sense of joy. Perhaps due to it only being a small shard, the effects wear off quickly. It's mycelium! So then, it stays in the egg's coating, but what is happening to me? Let me see. There are small blood stains on all the remaining shards, and recent too. They must have smashed the egg and hurt themselves. They were sloppy about it too. Must have been in a hurry. So, who could it be? If it had been the kidnapper, why would they leave any trace of their blood behind? And if it had been Nora herself, how did she escape? And why would she return here and not go to the police? And if it's neither, then who else would have gone here and left such a heavy?
I see.
Answer these questions. I must find out whose blood this is. Time to try my arcane skill. She closed her eyes, concentrating, trying to focus on the scent of the blood, just like she had practiced in the hospital ward. Now she can vividly recreate any scent she's encountered before. Her scent is sharper than ever. Images flash at her eyelids. When she opens her eyes again, the scent materializes a trail in the air. Perhaps I can still catch up. Sommelweiss watches the air blurs and the shadows transform into two figures. One of the shadows flickers on the wall and darts outside. The breeze stirs the curtains, making them flutter,
while police sirens outside rise and fall along with the wind. Was near the studio. Following the sun's trail on the empty road, Sommelweiss soon finds herself at the edge of a dark forest. She catches a glimpse of a shadow darting by and stops, seeing only a dark path ahead. The trail of what sweet sand lies inside. The thunder sound, swift, light footsteps, lighter than a human's, closer to an animal's, the paws of a hound. It's nearby. There are no howls or snarls, no obvious sign that the shadow intends her harm. But Semmelweis knows the truth is quite the opposite. Whatever else it is hunting her. The rhythm of the shadow's movement is an instant, in silence. Suddenly, the silence is broken in a burst of sound, as her eardrum touches the shockwave of a shot, and a nickel iron bullet comes flying straight towards her. To be continued. Part 3. News Tonight. This program has no need for boring themes. Hand the camera to the fangs and flying bullets. I'm not sure. I'm using Thunders on her. Thunders also works. Again, though, I highly recommend just doing crit rate Psy Cubes on her. Because you want to do her extra action as much as possible. But you know, whatever works, works. I forget the exact names, but like there are guides out there telling you like what Psy Cubes are best that you could use. They actually have something here. Hang on. Reverse 1999. Can I search for anything on this page? Lilia. What do you mean no results match my search? What are you talking about? Okay, this guy doesn't help anymore. It seems like they are a little bit misorganized. So, Lilia here. The wiki does not state her best IQ, but you know, I have to try. It's IQ, I should say, because you can have multiple. Oops, wrong button. With this one. It's IQ. There we go. Okay. Gamer Gators GG has one. Oh, wait, no. That's all the ones. Sheesh. Why does doing research have to be so difficult sometimes? Lilia build. Screen rant. No, thank you. That's okay. Ah, Pride Wen. Okay, Pride Wen works. Let's see. Stats and build. Um, yeah, Thunderous Applause works well because Thunderous Applause is critical rate. What's the sub ability though of Thunderous Applause? I forget. When the carrier's one target attack scores a critical hit, critical damage increase. Okay, okay. Then I think that might actually be the best one on her. The other ones that people recommend are Luxurious Leisure, which like increases your ultimate damage. I don't really agree with that. And your attack outside the city, critical rate increase, and similar to Thunderous Applause. This one, what it does is that after the carrier launches a one target attack for an extra action, increase critical damage by 5% also, but unlike with Thunderous Applause, where it's like a one and done thing, um, uh, um, outside the city, which is the Psy Cube of Zheneng Zi,
it will stack up to 10 times. So you can get as much as critical rate 50% increase um, versus 32%. But you have to have multiple rounds to do it, or multiple single target attacks to do it, right? Um, and also, the critical rate will increase by 12% flat. So that's also something to like take note of if you would like. Oh wait, no, at 10 stacks, critical rate goes up by 12%. Okay, so it's a bit situational. So you just have to keep doing extra actions for that one. And then last one that is recommended here is Windsong's Psyche, um, which is also critical attack. Now, Lilia being a star character, this will work for her. Her incantation might go up by 5%, and after casting an ultimate, her attack type incantations grant damage dealt plus 8%, up to 20, no, 8, 16, 24. 24% damage increase. So you lose out on the critical rate, but the substat is already critical rate anyway. So if you build her right, you still get to at least 70%. So I would recommend either outside the city if you are adaptive and are setting multiple rounds, or Luisa's Psyche here is probably the best if you want just like an easy time of like a set 32% damage increase with Thunderous Applause, which is Charlie Psyche. I'm gonna go ahead and bookmark that page because that was actually very helpful. No second shot follows. The attack is merely probing, not aiming to kill.
You are.
Oh, hang on, let me just go over that. The bullet flies past. Sissy sidesteps in her bounce. The bullet whizzes past her. No second shot follows. Attack is merely probing, not aiming to kill. So I got affected by something here. Alright, back to it. Who are you? The figure raises up a menacing dagger. The blade is slim, with a curved edge tapering to a point. A favorite of the Italian mafia. More disturbing still is the scent, identical to the blood from Nora Austrian's house. Focusing the blade's trajectory, she bends her knees and leans back, a faint tingle of blood rushing to her toes. The assailant's attacks are random and almost playful. Jack the Ripper? Growing impatient, she knows she must end this fight quickly. Seeing her chance, she lunges forward and grabs her attacker's neck, causing him to freeze. She has him now, and bares her fangs for the strike. Suddenly, there's a sharpness at her throat. A glance confirms it. Another blade. In a fluid motion, she attacks at his wrist, forcing the knife from his hand as she pulls back from him. The knife spins through the air and lands to clink. A beam of moonlight cuts through the trees, illuminating the path between them. In the half-light, Sommelweiss recognizes his face.
You are.
You are Visit Foundation.
Ah, it's you. I've heard about you, Red-Eyed Lazarus, who was half dead one day and up about the next.
Ah, okay. It was Pablo. You know, I don't quite understand what Pablo's ethnicity is. Let me look that up real quick. Because I can do his voice, but some parts of his accent might be off. I don't know, like, where he hails from. Ah, he's Italian. Okay, okay. Got it, got it. Alright. Well, I'm gonna get super confused between the French and Italian accent, but I'll try. How did you find me? I was in the shadow form. How was I exposed? How was I exposed? This scent from the recovery sensor? Or the shampoo I used yesterday? Wolves can sniff out trouble from a mile away. Of course, not all trouble is bad. If the right kind, you see gossip is the perfect appetizer for dinners under the Wiener Stadtosper. All the young artists dreaming of making it big, building themselves up and tearing their so-called friends down. The awful loud whispers of some washed-up star about who is sleeping with who, declaring the truth of each other in every kind of scandal. But you don't strike me as someone who dishes out catty remarks. No, you seem more like the type to cause all wrong kind of trouble, like being picky, skipping veils and laying ambushes. Ambush? Was it not you who tried to kill me? Is this how you greet your colleagues?
Go lurk, Louisa, go lurk. You don't have to thirst for every character shows up on screen, come on. Down, calm down. Good luck with your Gant exploration.
I haven't tried to kill you just yet. First, I need to tell me what Nora Austin is. Chicazo, why does everyone here love to vanish?
What is it you want from her? And under whose authority? No one mentioned any other agents being assigned to this mission. Ah, so you're on a mission, huh? Well, your business is not my concern.
Puff chuckled softly, wiping his blade with his shirt sleeve. I'm so happy you're finally getting more like Puffy screen time.
Allow me to ask again. Why has a timekeeper sent you to Vienna? I know nothing of this why at all. This is my job to ask. All I know is that this Nora Austen has something she wants. And I thought it best to have some fun in Vienna while I'm free. Could it be the timekeeper ordered an egg from Nora Austen? Are you here to pick it up for her? Unbelievable. How could the timekeeper have allowed this? Well, my resignation letter is still sitting in the drawer, and it's been there for a while, so I figured I might as well stay on the job for now. Naturally, that doesn't mean I want any part in your little mission here.
Looks like...
But since you have already been to Nora Austen house, were you the one that picked up the lock on her drawer? Hey, listen! I don't do that kind of delicate knife-handed work. It wasn't me. Capiche? But I was there, and I didn't find what the boss was after, so I waited around to see if someone else would have an explanation. Then some other woman came in, smelled like burnt something, anyways. A woman, was it? Did you happen to catch a glimpse of her face? Nah, she's just like you, hiding herself in darker shadows. What do you call a shadow form? What do you call that? Shadow form? Whatever. Whatever. Don't tell me. I don't care what you call it. So, she's a vampire too. Yeah, and a rude one at that. She didn't bother with a greeting before charging at me, so let's just say I aimed to slit her throat. You fought? My first fight missed. She was fast like you too, but she showed a weakness, and my second strike hit the square on her shoulder.
Okay, so the reason he shot at her was because he thought that she was the same vampire.
Of course. Then she went and grabbed his black egg and smashed it on me. Didn't hurt none, so I have to wonder what it's in for. Ah, it's coming together clearly now. That explains his bloodstains. You wounded her, and she fled this forest. You two have the same scent, so when you went sneaking back in there like a ghost, I thought she must have come back for round 2. Though that would have been a pathetic fight. Come to think of it, she had burns similar to yours as well.
Sommelweiss chuckles as Pavia points to her neck. She's given up trying to mask her annoyance.
What are the odds she'll survive your attack? Survive? Not going to happen. She's like you, got those same eyes, and I know what that means. She won't last long, not without fresh blood. Perhaps, but if she is still bleeding, it means she's not run dry yet. She will need blood to heal, and since she apparently has succeeded in finding what she's looking for, she will likely show here again. We can use that to catch her. We? What is this we business? Leave me out of it. Are we not colleagues? I wouldn't have taken you for the teamwork kind.
She shrugs as if reaffirming her non-committal nature.
Forget it for now. You mentioned we have the same scent. That means she's also being exposed to mycelium. If so, she may very well be our kidnapper. Oh yeah, and why would she be kidnapping those women? Do egg painters get taste your blood or something? You're right. If all she wanted was their blood, wouldn't killing them outright be better? It's money. It's got to be.
Yes.
Money is certainly the most obvious motive, but the authorities haven't received any ransom demands. Well, it's been so long since anyone has heard from them. Maybe it's not a kidnapping, but a killing. And they're just lying in a ditch somewhere, rotting. No. The eggs still showed up in time for the festival. As curious as that is, for whatever reason, they must still be out there. It seems this vampire kidnapped the artist of porcelain mycelium eggs, and spread them around the city. Therefore, they must be held captive in some secret location. And if so, then her activities must keep close to that location, but she can't keep them monitored. But, if she's encountered you, she must fear being hunted. She won't risk returning there tonight. In that case, continuing to track her will only play into her hands. The longer we wait, the more dangerous the hostage is for her. Damn it. We need to figure out her identity quick. It will allow us to narrow down the investigation. All that talk and you wind up like a clueless. Alright, you brought me in, but my instinct still says money. Money is the greatest of all motives. Illusion and desire mixed together, people always think a little more money is all they need to change everything. You sound like one of those old drunks outside theater, convinced they found the winning lottery numbers on an old street sign. She ignores Pavia's mocking, falling to deep contemplation.
What on earth is she trying to do?
So then, why does she want these eggs? Or rather, why does she need the artist to make them for her? Is she not capable of doing so herself? Could be any reason. Who knows? All I can see is that she's using others for her own gain. She targeted key members of the artist guilds, and did so by breaking into their homes to kidnap them. Evidently, she had intimate knowledge of the victims' personal lives. There were no signs of struggle at the scene, no forced entry marks on the doors, but just they knew each other. Perhaps the victims even let her in themselves.
Looks like...
We can deduce that she knew the victims. Logically, she may have worked with them. Yeah, right. I'm sure those humans were just fine with inviting a blood-sucking vampire into their homes. What do you think? Just knock on the door and ask for a bite? Perhaps not, but it's possible to conceal her true nature. If she was a fellow artist, she could have used a work-related excuse to get inside. And since the eggs were placed on Kitty, she's using them for something grander than just their most obvious effects. She's even seen to it the festival proceeds without interruption, so that everyone will be able to open eggs together. If that's the case, then everyone alongside the parade route will be affected by this mycelium powder. That's her plan. She intends to dose the entire population of Vienna. Wacko! Taking control of an entire festival? So what? Does she intend to drink the whole of Vienna dry? Or carve it up in her own personal vampire fiefdom? I think she's just trying to goad you, forcing searching for her everywhere. It's clever, I admit. She'll wait until time's pitch perfect, and then she'll emerge and make her move. For her, evading capture now simply a game. If you want to capture, you'll have to play her game. Play her game. An unmistakable sound pierced the air, breaking her thoughts. The wail of police sirens.
Stop there!
Police! Hands up! A bright white light pierced through the gasoline trees. Instinctively, she raised her hands to shield her eyes from their lights.
Why?
Why are the police here? You were called over a break-in nearby. Apparently, we are looking for a man and a woman. Sound like anyone you know? Break-in? You mean our Austin's house? Officer, you will find I have an investigation foundation. Oh, it's you.
Aha!
What? You really thought the regular police were going to be on our tails that fast? Fat chance any of them are investigating that house tonight. They were just passing by. Come on, have a little humor, sunshine. No. You bring up an excellent point. Let's go to the station and make a report. Somewise moves to grab Pablo's wrist, but this is away like a snake.
Aha!
Ah, now you're really surprising me. Tell me, did the foundation really fix you? What? That wild look in your eyes. Is the beast inside finally tamed? After I was freed, I couldn't help but imagine myself, those poor souls staying unclean there for a last month of time. Ah, that fear, a delicious physical and mental reaction. Such thrilling memories. You are no different, bloodsucker. So, why don't we handle this in the most pleasurable way possible? Pavi gestures. Bam! A bullet right to the skull, just like that. And you'd be cheering beside me. Well done, you son of a gun. On to the next one. We've all got to get our kicks somewhere. I am struggling to see your points. I mean, that you can't exactly tell the cops I'm just your everyday casual door-crashing gentleman thief. Now can you? They won't be inclined to work with you just because of that foundation badge. More than likely, they'll just brush you off. That is, if they even listen. More than likely, they'll just put me in a cage and thank you for reporting this activity. They won't give you a loss. And hell, let's imagine it does work out for you, eh? What then? If the media catches wind, they'll blow things out of proportion and convince the public there's some bloodthirsty creature stalking the streets of Vienna. Panic everywhere, mass hysteria. And that'll look good on your report? And what will they report about the dangerous foreign mercenary cause havoc in the streets? Please, I don't give a damn about the media, but your bosses do. Then for tonight, we lie low. I can't have your access this pitiful time being excessively scrutinized. Goodbye. To be continued. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick break here. No, sorry, not quick break. A long break to eat my lunch.
Commercial break!
Part 4. Search Mode. A blank mind is the best state for searching. That way, you won't miss any hidden clues. Hang on. For some reason, my phone wasn't charging properly, so just had to plug it in again. Okay. Continuing on from here. The crowds fill the street in festive wear, the city buzzing with excitement. Voices, footsteps, and broadcasts echo along the ring road, a mix of excited chatter, languages blending, and snippets of conversations Sommelweiss can't quite catch. You are late, Emil. There is only one thing worse than the storm. Holiday traffic. Vienna's game crazy with all the roads they've closed. I've had to detour around the city center just to get moving again.
I'm not sure that.
Captain, should we try to convince the Vienna government to cancel the parades? I'm afraid that's not a big and viable option. First of all, canceling would surely upset citizens. The government would take significant flack if they wasn't credible threats, and they won't do it on the evidence we presently have. More importantly, the kidnapper is likely to be in the crowd at this very moment. If we were to cancel the parades, it may tip her off. If she panics, the situation could easily spiral into chaos. So, you already know who the kidnapper is? Yes, the kidnapper is Nora Ostern.
What?
What? Nora?
That's weird.
How could she be the kidnapper? Did she kidnap herself? Are you basing this entirely on the media's claim of internal conflict in the guild? No, that's just the heart of it. Her main motive was to make herself look like a victim. That way, no one would suspect her, and she can play this game of hide and seek with us. And even if we had found her, as long as she plays the victim, she could easily seal an investigation long enough for her plan to come to fruition. But how did you come to suspect her? Last night, the police received a report that someone saw a man and woman breaking into Nora Ostern's house.
I see.
Yes, you and Pavia. I don't understand your point.
Yes.
My point is that it wasn't only us in the house that night.
Hmm?
You mentioned that, yes. But there was a third person at Norris's house that night. A woman, or more specifically, a vampire like me. It occurred to me that there were only one explanation. One person could get in and out of the house without raising suspicion. It all makes sense. The darkness in their home, the heavy curtains. There's only one possibility. The third person was Nora Austin herself.
For example,
But wouldn't the neighbor have seen her too? Nora's capable of traveling inside the form as I am. She invades the house the same way she must have many times before. So it's a broken glass. Then, the only people her neighbor ever saw entering the house were Pavia and myself. We didn't know about the secret instance. No one else would except Nora.
that's
But why return last night?
why.
Why did she risk going back home?
Hmm.
That's a question only she can answer. Maybe she took out some things important, or something forced her to return. People usually consider their home a safe place. She wasn't expecting a stranger waiting for her. Being seen when she was supposed to be missing could disrupt her plans, so she attacked first. She didn't expect to be overpowered and injured by Pavia. She had to fight back with her egg.
Why?
She fought with an egg. The coating on the eastern egg contained mycelium. She wanted to use it to attack Pavia, but as it turns out, the mycelium failed to activate before it injured her. She was forced to flee. But consider this. Why would anyone who does not already know properties of that egg attempt to fight with it? She must have known this already laced with mycelium, and only Nora Ostern could have known that.
Which means
So she is a kidnapper.
Yes.
Precisely.
Mm-hmm.
So, we know who she is, but not where. We can easily deduce that she is somewhere at the festival and joins the intention of her mycelium-laced Easter eggs are getting. She wants those eggs to be found, and for everyone to know they're hers. So those eggs must have some unique elements that reflect her personal touch. And those black painted eggs are part of Nora's unmistakable style. So then, is all just me just said? A spat between colleagues gone wrong? Why kidnap the others? Or is all some fanatical plot? So far, the image we've confronted with Nora Austin is simplistic as a cartoon villain. There must be more to the story. How she intends to use the mycelium is still unclear.
That's all.
We only know that the Easter eggs have been gathered across Vienna, and that everyone who finds one will gather during today's parades, marching around the city.
that's surprising.
My God. We split up, locate as many of these eggs as possible, and warn everyone who finds one not to open it. I will handle Nora Austin.
Copy that.
Yes, Captain. The market is so densely crowded that it resembles a choppy sea, with people ebbing and flowing around it as stalls and performers.
Damn
Damn it. This place is packed. With all these smells mixed together, I can't track her blood. Are we to stumble around blindly? Captain! I found an Easter egg and a woman lying on the ground. What is her condition? She's, well, unusually lively. What are you talking about?
Wait.
Wait, Captain. This Easter egg is strange. It's moving. Like it's going to spew something. There's a sharp sound, and the communicator falls silent, save for a staticky signal. Emile! Terrible thing. She's watching her every move, and she seems to be able to deny this action remotely.
Do it quick.
It's a final force the parade starts. Sommelweiss turns around, scanning her surroundings. The band begins to march in formation, playing familiar tune, the lyrics catching her attention. Fearless soul, wield the needle sharp, dance with fire yet untouched by its spark. Viz a beam of light that shadows the parts. Times such as we visit the space about. This is.
Hi.
Excuse me, miss. Would you like to buy a poem? It's the same woman who told me that poem. Ladies and gentlemen of Vienna, 30 minutes remain until the Easter egg parade begins. Who will claim the treasure egg? Let us find out. The treasure egg.
Great.
Thank you. Happy Easter and enjoy the game.
Haha!
If you want to catch her, you'll have to play her game.
Here's the case.
I can only tell you the most important rule. The clues, treasure egg, are hidden on each egg.
Huh.
I see now. Alright, let's play. The clues on this black egg. Fearless souls build needle shop. Dancing fizzy fire, yet untouched by its spark. Fizzy beam of light, let shadows depart. Might these be clues? Perhaps shadows depart naming something built up against the black egg's coating. But we'll need a beam of light.
Sommelweiss looks up. The sun is blazing in the sky.
There's our light.
They snap to the shadows, holding up the egg in the sun.
I was right. A pattern emerges, but an incomplete one. A simple rotation should fix that.
The sunlight has already grown uncomfortable. She feels a growing numbness flood across her limbs, but she holds on as golden lines begin to emerge from the dark shell.
I see.
There it is. So this is a clue, and the key to finding it is light. A simple code, an eternal presence. The sun that has burned its far before the birth of humanity. Looking at the direction of these lines, it seems to trace a route to Vienna city center, but something's missing. Time stretches as he bridges the gap spaces apart. So we are looking for a bridge, and that's obvious, and it must mean that the bridge is in the center. Then it is the rice brook, and where does the rice brook lead to? 7 spots.
Somehow, amidst the heel of parade costumes guarded 7 slots, it is essentially like Sommelweiss' toy gun attracts the most attention and unwanted of that. Sommelweiss pushes ahead despite their glances. The toy gun she has grabbed from a nearby stall, causing more than a small commotion. She hoped the stall owner understood her frantic plea to borrow the toy.
Pardon me, as usual. Coming through.
She pushed through the crowd, vaulting over obstacles. Flashing her foundation, eyed even Oscar cars to stop her, then finding an opening at last. She ran to the wide square, gravel crunching loudly under her feet. She feels the strain of the sunlight pouring down her, and knows she can't risk another look. She sees herself in towards the St. Stephen's Cathedral. To find a good vantage point, she pairs her cheek to the toy gun stock, places her left hand on the barrel, and looks with a lightly misaligned scope. Her eyes seep over the rows of spectators, seniors, couples taking pictures, followed with children on the shoulders, and finally, a masked statue putting a giant egg in its hand.
So, there's a treasure egg, which means Miss Austen must be nearby.
Just then, through the scope, spots a familiar face.
It's a child again. So, he's figured out the clue too. Persistent little devil. But should I stop him from opening the egg? If I act too rashly, Norm will detonate the egg regardless. With the size of it, the mycelium will spread everywhere. But if I should hold back, I will still need to find Norm before to open it himself.
Take the shot.
You again.
You'll never find Nora in time. And that kid isn't turned on the egg. You really only have one option. You can limit the damage, of course, but blood must be shed. So why not let it be ours to drink? Aim for the eyes. Even with these darts, at this range, it will make him bleed. It will make him stop.
Shut up! Shoot him! Do it!
Amidst the pageantry and joy below, Sommelweiss stands pressing silently with herself. The sunlight momentarily dazzles her, her eyes stinging. A sudden premonition strikes her. The child will die. He will die if she allows it.
My goal is to find the treasure egg. They say whoever finds it will receive the Apostle's blessing.
Apostles' blessing? What is that?
I guess some kind of special surprise prepared by the egg makers. My mama says they are God's messengers, like angels, and anyone could be one. Are you an angel, miss?
Let's congratulate the kid who found the treasure egg. The crowd cheers. The kid runs forward, escaping from her scoped view, the statue's hand pointing at him like a withered branch. At that moment, she forgets her premonition, replacing it with another feeling, an uncertainty.
Found you!
Dispatch one character who's involved in costumes with reminiscence. Charlie. What's her name? Rabbit? Baron Bunny? Miss Bunny? Miss Rabbit. I think it's Miss Rabbit or Miss Bunny, something like that. Nick Bottom. And the Fool! Actually, no. Let's have forgot the name. Dang. Hang on. What are these names? Who are you? Bet, as well as Bunny Bunny. Okay, that's I didn't remember. Oops.
Are you trying
we
to
go.
take off this face?
So much to do, so much to do. Part 5. Another lady. The sun is her treasured jewel, the night her woven skirt, adorning her only love, held ever tighter. Today has been a long and unlucky day for Nora Ostern. She's running, following a winding path, weaving through ferns and bushes, the searing pain in her shoulder slowing her down. She has no choice but to press forward. She's reached the quieter outskirts of Vienna now. It feels like stepping from warm sunlight into cold shadows. A relief for a creature like her. She knows she'd have to take these last steps alone. No one would stop her, and no one can help her.
Damn it!
Bad luck sees coming. Her burn injury flared up last night. Then after returning home to rest, she realized she had locked her burn cream in her drawer and had to break the lock, only for a stranger to burst in and stab her in the shoulder. And now, only a minute ago, a dart out of nowhere smashed that wound again. She can barely feel her arm anymore. Only the warm blood seeped from the wound, telling that her barely healed skin is torn open again. Sun flickers in the air like a heartbeat, the sun morphing into a golden heart in her eyes, pulsing radiating heat. For centuries, she's tried to capture that sunlight but has never succeeded. Nora, if you stare at the sun, it will burn your eyes. You must avoid the sun. That's our curse. Your grandma tried to escape it, but it followed her across the Danzu. I swore I would never let you follow the same path. Thought you'd succeed, but
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Nora. The sky darkens, and a chill brushes her face. A figure stands before her, wreathed in sunlight. But no reflection is cast late below.
There's nowhere left for you to go.
The figure closed the distance, knocking the mask off her face. A loud cracking noise echoes as Nora is brought down to her knees, her hands clawing at her face.
No, don't!
Her face is covered in large, scabbed burn wounds, the shiny skin red and inflamed. She gasps for air, and with the pain returns to a fierce anger. It hurts, doesn't it? Especially on the 10th and 14th day of recovery, I know. My doctor told me that even though our bodies recover quickly, we shouldn't scratch on sunburned wounds, or they'll struggle to heal. I suggest you avoid doing that as well.
What would you know?
I know Selena Hall and Martina Kine, who did this to you. That's why I wanted revenge. Am I correct?
Here is the case.
I discovered my true nature. It was a simple step, falling down the stairs to Guildhall. I just didn't want to get hurt. I transformed only for a second, but I was wanting to see. If I'd been more careful, if I'd heard my mother's words, it was careless. She'd hoped perhaps they could not hold it against her, but when she was appointed the lead designer for the Easter festival, her former friends turned on her. They attacked her in her studio, pulling open the curtain, slamming her face against the window. She tried to squeeze her eyes shut, but they twisted her arm behind her back and forced her eyes open, making her stare up at the sun.
No.
No! Stop! Please stop! At the window, her mother used to play a song on the piano that day for it. A song about someone who's blinded by fire but still wants to dance in the sunlight. Her father would joke, "Dear, you blocked our only view of the Danube." She'd rest her elbows on the dining table, hands clasped like a prayer. She knew her mother would explain the song's meaning again and again until she understood the connection. On the night she was burned, she thought of her grandmother's, mother's, and father's funerals, and of her mother's tender prayer. Nora, you know, God is our only fortress. Nora hated blood. There's someone else who loved it, a demon that lived in her veins. At some point, the lines blurred and she and it became the same creature.
Maybe.
It was hereditary, but I have always loved playing with colors. As a child, I've loved painting.
Here is the
walls.
case.
I grew up in the old streets of Vienna. It's a house that belonged to artist guilds. It was always being maintained, and our community lived in peace and harmony. My mother inherited my grandmother's skills and became an egg eater. So did I. My mother even changed her last name to Oster as an homage to the Easter holiday. I took pride in that name. You come from a great lineage of artists. Yes, as vampires, we learn to master the balance of light and shadow. Maybe it is the sun, or perhaps it is the beast of my blood who rules me now.
So,
One day, you will understand that feeling too. That's why you must carve out your own place in this world. I don't need to carve out anything. It makes no difference whether you carve your name or place a fallen line. Whether you carve out your own place or fallen line, they'll come after you just the same. The only choice you make is who stands by you. Nora gazed at the red glow in Sommelweiss's eyes. How long has it been since you last fed? Sommelweiss shrugs. Are you good at this? At never giving away anything? If I decide to quit something, I quit it. So, you make a decision and stick with it, no matter what happens?
Yes.
That's right. Then we are alike. I have never harmed a human being, not even those two women, my entire life. I've dreamed about it, fantasized even, but I've never actually gone through with it, not even now. I understand the harm I can cause others, because I felt the same fear. There is apparently a psychological link between chasing thrills and death, seeking behavior. When that vampire bit me, I felt so much fear it was intoxicating. Then I woke up and realized it becomes the very thing I hunted. That I hunted? Yeah, hunted. And forever craving slaughter and death. But I am not like you. I am learning to make peace with who I am now. Make peace? Look at all that you have lost. Do you really owe these humans anything? What do you think they would do if they found out who you were? Would it be any different than what they did to me? Or do you feel you owe something to yourself? Every day we fight a secret war against ourselves. Where contains a demon only for humans to barely tolerate us. But now, we see each other, and there's only one path left, to destroy one another. Indeed, to be a pure blood killed by a halfling. It must be exciting for you. Then why haven't you attacked? I am defenseless now. Nora closed her eyes, ready, but the expected pain never comes. Her eyes open again. Sommelweiss leaned against a tree, catching her breath with bolts from her face. My vision is as sausages.
not kill you, and I have no desire to taste of vampire blood. Besides, ah, Captain! Oh, over! We discovered and utilized all the eggs. Our top investigator has already defused your trap. But your concoction only caused intolerable laughter and facial spasms. Nothing lethal. Oh, it was laughing gas. Where's the others? Your victims.
Here is the case.
You'll find them in the sewers of the city center. Far sense of foods is deep inside the main tunnel system. For you, it shouldn't be too difficult. You know, you're a talented wordsmith and an artist. Those puzzles in your poetry, very clever. Such accolades are not truly fitting for what I've become.
I don't care.
So, you wanted revenge on them. I sympathize. Really, even if you're done devouring them, I perhaps you
But
wouldn't mind. So reporting such outcome would certainly have caused a stir, so I'm glad you opted to keep them alive.
why?
I'm curious though, if sunlight caused you so much pain, why do you seem to desire it in all of your work?
Uh,
I suppose I hope to gain fade in time, so they have become accustomed to its touch. I want to rage against the curse of my family. And this blood is a curse, but still, there are things more important than life itself, aren't there? To be noticed, to gain recognition for your art, even just causing a momentary smile
I disagree.
is achieving a dream. I don't see things your way. No? I can only see how pitiful you will become with even the slightest amount of success. One lucky moment and leaders think they're gods. Apostles believe they control everything and shape the destiny however they want. If you're one of those, I admit, I would look down on you. Tell me, miss, do you believe in gods? No, I don't. Yet you still made a vow not to drink human blood. Then you think yourself as someone who holds their own sacred principles. Not really, no. You don't believe in gods, I don't believe in your vow. What do you believe in? I believe in myself. I believe that to control your own destiny, you have to check by your own decisions, live by your own decisions. What is your tell me all this? I suppose that's for you to decide. Nor was her face, her pain vanishing, replaced by a new sensation of weightlessness, like drifting in the middle of a lake, an overwhelming urge to sleep. She closed her eyes, and the rays of the sun slowly whispered to her, telling her of a path out of her nightmare. Maybe when she wakes up tomorrow, she will leave her house and walk in the morning sun, and her neighbors would greet her warmly. They would say, "Good morning," and mean it, not see the scars, only her smile reflecting back at them. But tomorrow is yet to come. For now, she needs to leave, step outside, and welcome the sun's burning embrace. Part 6 Happy Hunting. One need not turn from darkness to light to uphold one's beliefs. Oh, hang on. Almost forgot. Dispatch one sun enthusiast to speed reminiscence. Spathodia, Uluru. Oh, Upgust. That's nice. Calabana. I did? Oh. Huh. I guess I did. After daily reset then, I suppose. Not the worst problem to have, to be honest. Alright, part 6, Happy Hunting. One need not turn from darkness of light to uphold one's belief. The serenity of dust settles over the entire city, turning the voice in the community into distant whispers of fireworks. Please ensure that the police have them send over someone to rescue the hostages. Miss Semmelweis, you've already captured the Beyond. Why didn't you contact the Foundation to detain her? Why did you let her go? I trust that you will take her to a better place. But she can't be detained just yet. She still has some unfinished business to attend to. If she endangers any civilians, you'll be held responsible. I don't need to explain the consequences of releasing the Beyond without proper authorization. I understand, and I will take full responsibility. But with her strong will, I thought the Foundation would have been able to hold her anyway.
Hmm?
Let her go. Strong will. When someone follows their wills, they don't need to another new leaf. Sometimes, things aren't like what you sought. True evil is rare, but weakness is common. You don't need to hide yourself to find it. In my report, I will say that I went to Vienna on vacation and merely visited the local police during the festival. That so-called missing persons case was a small group of artists taking over an impromptu trip.
What?
An impromptu trip?
Yes.
Yes. A spur of the moment kind of thing. Sommelweiss walks on the road as the festival's final hour approaches. The crowds are a mix of cheer and exhaustion. A familiar figure stands by a dessert display, lost in thought, shifting his weight from one foot to the other. Avia?
Thank you.
One at of salted sorts, please. Its texture. It is quite unique. Think a bit of pepper and add a kick.
Aha!
This time, Janet used bourbon-soaked almonds in her salad tort. It's smoother and richer than the usual filling. Bourbon whiskey, they make it the South of the United States. It all comes down to the source of water. This one uses the best distilled water out there. Obsessing over water source is not a strange thing. It is all water, properly sanitized, it provides the same hydration. Anything else is just price. Actually, not the case. Water does change the flavor of food. The better distillation, the better taste. And the price is only a matter of negotiation. Just so you're not in dessert, sunshine. Anyway, this particular lusciously mouth-watering cake is highly sought after. Is it? Perhaps I should purchase a slice or two and see if I develop interest. Just a slice. Let's go right toughest guy goes first rule and spit it all. Whatever do you mean? It's a rule I made up myself, and I'm sticking to it. Kind of like how the toughest guy shows up last. Well, it seems you managed both, as the store is about to close.
Thank you.
Might I get another serving, please? Oh, and a bit more pepper, if you don't mind. Thank you. Sorry to take any more of your time.
Hmm?
So, what is up? Can't the blood-sucking monster just drop by to say hello to a fellow colleague? Fine. I only thought you should know the police have rescued the hostages, as that both have confessed to the scheme to balance the purpose of another. As he has, by the way, promised us the timekeeper's order. So it may be delayed by a few days, so I'm afraid you might not make the timekeeper's deadline. We talked about motives earlier. You said I should follow the money. I didn't quite understand at first, but now I see your point. You were right. Although, not so much about the kidnapper, so much as yourself. Nah, it's the same for everyone. Always is. Right, the victim's motive to blind her was the money. I believe you mentioned before since you submitted your resignation, timekeeper. Do you have any new job prospects? Maybe some security firm or debt collection agency? I am certain debt collectors are always in need of someone with your legal background. Of course, those same companies may not appreciate your record of unexplained absences and insubordination. I could introduce you some more torrent employers, but I'm quite sure you don't need my help. Semmelweis has size of cake. Sorry, Semmelweis has bleh. Semmelweis has a salad retort to Pavia. I prepared this one just for you. Consider it my treat. Is that all? Got any others platter for me? That's everything. Goodbye. I take a small bite of the cake.
The effect is immediate. His muscles twitch, and his teeth begin to grind as he holds back, until he gradually loses all control. He glares angrily at Sommelweiss, his lips attempting to form what is, in all likelihood, a string of Italian curses, but he has already lost control of his tongue. Oh, the pepper! Sommelweiss turns out another word. Striding towards the Danube River, past her corner, she takes the health report buried in her pocket, and dashes to shreds with a smile. Fishbowl Face had mentioned to Semmelweis that she was working on a research article about pleasure and fear responses. Apparently, serotonin sources are often unpredictable and subject to declining returns. Thrills lose their luster, highs lose their heights. Though there is a source that almost never declines substantially, the serotonin spike that comes with a near death experience. To face death head on, it seemed never to lose its edge. However, this was far from an ideal solution to a long term satisfaction. Thankfully, Fishbowl Face found another source that, while not quite so powerful, proved equally reliable. It was this that prompted Semmelweis' third awakening. She now holds it in her hands. Chocolate? Semmelweis stepped off the train, taking a deep breath of the warm air. Reaching deep into her coat pocket, she pulls out a piece of chocolate and pops it into her mouth. Beautiful. Great work from the artist. The chocolate sways and melts on her tongue, causing a strange tingling sensation in her temples that spread out her body, and despite everything, she smiles.
I'm sorry.
Sorry I'm late again, Captain. The Zafiki is just... on the map, it didn't seem far, but... It's a miracle you get accidents. Maybe so. Seem to be in a good mood, Captain. I had a good sleep, and the after effects of my mycelium still bothering you. Let's not talk about me now. Look at the weather. What a wonderful day it is. What a sunny day we are having. Is it? Well then, I'll try a different approach this time. Looks like you're wide awake now. Well then, Captain. Happy hunting. The end. You can ring my bell,